Okay, we're back.
Sorry.
Wow, that got like super loud there for a second.
Hi, and welcome to the Spook Troop. I'm the special guest, Bailey.
Please cut that. My mom wants to see this.
What do y'all say we just start here?
Hi, welcome to the Spook Troop. I'm your special guest, Bailey.
I'm Norm.
I'm Tanner.
I'm Emily.
We're just jumping right
You
into
guys
this.
gotta pull
Huh?
it together.
Never.
You wanna try again?
Yeah, what a terrible cold.
I'm
open.
Emily.
It was, yeah, and then we just didn't do one after that. It's fine.
I don't know. I was just changing the subject.
Hey, we're trying to, change things up a little bit, try different things.
Hey, Norm.
Ask Bailey what happens when you try to get rid of the cold open.
What happens when you try to
It finds a way back, Norm.
It always does.
Oh, hey, speaking of that episode in particular, we don't have it anymore. It's gone. There's nothing we can do about it.
Wait, which episode?
Yeah, so the
Which-
story behind that is,
Which episode?
before it got edited and uploaded, I'm on my third laptop today because they keep being defective. So I returned it, and then I was like, oh, man.
Wow.
Which episode?
The C3 Game of the Year episode.
No, it was so good.
It was. Even though you said Fortnite.
What did you say Fortnite for?
You
The
said
best
Fort?
ongoing game
Oh,
because
God.
I was not given
Oh,
any preparation. They were just like, "What's the best ongoing game?" And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't played Overwatch in like a year. That's the only one that I would have played." So I said Fortnite because I keep selling Fortnite stuff. And
What's
Bailey hasn't
gone?
let me live it down. And now it's never gonna see the light of day.
It's probably for the best.
Probably.
I had some other good takes.
So we'll just do another one next year. And
no.
Call it
Redo it
good.
and just act like we don't know. I'm just kidding. Damn, that sucks.
yeah, it
That's
does.
really
Oh, well.
That's the power of the cloud. I should have used it. When I
Different podcast.
had my other computer, it would still be on the cloud, but it's not. Point Mac.
fair enough.
All right.
But good news is that, hey, Spook Troop still got those episodes. They're still out there.
Yeah.
Sound very enthusiastic about that one.
I mean, to be fair,
Just
that was
kidding.
a really good C3 episode, so I'm kind of bummed about it, but
But the episode we did last week for this was good too. That
yes.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Not
there.
to toot my own horn or anything. Yeah, I think that's. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
bye.
How are you going to get home? I'm your
I'm
ride.
walking.
Okay.
There was a part I really enjoyed when I was kind of re-listening, and it was just you explaining the ridiculousness of the guy, kind of three different people or
Yeah.
groups of people.
I just got to that part. That's
Yeah.
the last little bit I was listening to.
And there was a point where Emily was like about to say something. You're like, "Hold on," finished it, and I was like, "Yeah, that was good. That was good." So,
Thank you.
I like that one.
I'm going to have to listen to it.
It's very good.
It was a fun time.
Yeah,
Cool.
but
I like y'all's notes on the song too long. I hear you. Here's the thing.
I
I've
think
I've
we
already
also-
cut it down by half, and that's
We'll cut it
all
half
right.
again. It's fine.
no. It doesn't work that way
Why?
because it's in 3 movements, and each movement is 2 measures long.
Just edit
And
it. You can do it.
why not just one movement?
I could just
I
push
work
the
whole
with
tempo.
music. I know how
I could
it
just
works.
push the
You can do
tempo.
it.
Make it really fast. That'd be funny at the very
No,
least.
no.
Are you
It's a
gonna
good
push the
song.
tempo of also the wolf?
Yes.
Yeah,
Woo.
and that's where you would
What
put.
a great soundbite!
Yeah.
I had to go to like Zamzar and record that YouTube video's audio to get that soundbite.
I was
You
wondering.
could just do YouTube to MP3.
Isn't that a little illegal?
No, I don't think so.
I think
it depends on the
think
video, wouldn't it?
Use makes it illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like torrenting, technically legal, but if you don't own a license to own that thing, then it's illegal.
Hmm.
Not that I have any experience with it.
Absolutely not.
I'm shaking my head. Anyway, hey Norm, would you eat people?
I have I have a new question for you.
Ooh, I'm ready.
No, so when I was surprise, surprise, it is my turn to do a topic this week.
And surprise, surprise, we watched him type it here.
No, I also watched
okay.
him type it at work.
I was on my break so I'm a busy man, and I had to get better at Smash. So
Cut the podcast we're playing right now.
cut it right here.
Good episode, guys.
So when I was actually searching up like something else to do, one of the things that came up I thought was very, very interested in, it was the Berlin Cannibal. But then I was like,
What
that's
kind
just
of interest?
what? Yeah,
Mild admiration.
There we go. Just a little bit of huh. Wonder how their life is.
Nah, no one likes German food.
So I was looking up a bunch of like German serial killers. A lot of them ate people.
Well, Germany's comparatively small to the States.
Uh-huh.
Not a lot of highways to just dump bodies on. So you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
Plus, doesn't it get like pretty cold there?
It can, I'd imagine.
You probably, run out of food.
Yeah. Well, the one
Like
of the
Norman, if you're on
Okay.
a couch with a human being,
yes,
and nothing else, and the grocery store is like a couple miles away,
sure.
Couch.
and it's pretty cold outside, maybe snowing a little bit.
Around these parts.
Can I ask you-
Is it worth the trip to the grocery store?
Well, let me ask you this: am I also on an episode of My Strange Addiction? Because then it would be the couch.
Yes.
That would be the answer.
It's not a good couch.
Wow.
It's not a good couch. It's not a good
You
person.
bought it
McDonald's-
secondhand. You don't know the history of the couch.
McDonald's isn't a good burger, so there, I've said it.
Okay. They have. No, we're not getting into it.
Anyway, so why didn't you want to do the Berlin
It's a
Cannibal?
dollar, you know?
I don't want that
I
to.
hear that.
I don't want that to be my
That would
shtick.
be such a cool shtick, though. It'd be like
The
the cannibal guy. Hey guys.
I'm the waggy cannibal guy.
People
How
call you
many
and be
people?
Like, I just heard about this cannibal. I thought you'd be super into hearing about
I'm
it.
so sick. of
How
being
many
family.
people's how many people's shtick is being the cannibal guy?
I don't know what 2. Hannibal Lecter.
That's not a shtick. That's
Jeffrey
his thing.
Dahmer.
Like
Jeffrey
no.
Dahmer, that's a shtick.
But that's not a joke. That's not like a bit. That was like for real.
Sure, he thought it
Except
was
one of
funny
that
the
was the
first time.
movie.
Real in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
In
movie's
a
not.
book. It was a book.
It's not real life. Is what
They
I'm
made a
saying.
movie out of that?
I've seen it.
They made a book out of that? Wait, you've seen a movie?
No.
You've
I
seen a
have-
movie?
Okay, everybody.
Everybody that's listening,
I've
Emily
seen
hasn't seen
I've
Tropic
seen
Thunder.
Silence of the Lambs. Look, Tropic Thunder's on the list. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. I have a Hannibal Pop. It's actually one of my favorite. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
It's a good one.
Silence of the Lambs. It's
They're
very
doing
good.
a spin-off
Speaks me out
show
of it.
called Clarice.
I wish
on
they wouldn't.
NBC, I think.
No, that's
it's
okay.
not going to follow Hannibal. It's going to follow Clarice's career.
I don't. Here's the thing. Nah, I watched The Exorcist show. We didn't need that.
Well, but I mean, Hannibal, the show, did pretty well.
That's true. Anyway,
Didn't watch
actually, the first season of Exorcist was pretty good, and then it ended terribly, and then I watched it again, and I was like, this is not good. Actually.
Welcome back to
Anyway,
TV review.
I mean, it was spooky, right? So this is kind of on brand.
yeah, The
a little bit.
Exorcist
What is our
show
brand?
was very
This,
spooky.
You know, what we're doing right now.
Oh,
Family Guy
that?
references occasionally.
Oh, let's. Did it die?
No, it's fine.
Get off the top of the head, bro.
Off the
You got it.
dome. He looked so scared.
So, Tanner, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you?
Who's the best
Eat
character
someone.
on Futurama?
Oh, I mean, probably Bender.
Correct answer. Bailey, if you were going to go on if you're gonna drink a lot,
That's
right? You're gonna go to a bunch of bars. You're gonna drink a lot. People would say that would be a drinking
problem.
But-
Binge.
yeah, you're going
drinking
on a bender, right?
Yeah.
Emily, who's your favorite female killer?
I have a
Widowmaker?
guess.
Doesn't matter. It's Kate Bender.
Okay. He found a way to tie that in.
Something like that.
Why is mine the drinking one?
Well, I wasn't sure actually if you were gonna be still be getting sick a little bit, so I was actually gonna be towards Emily, but you know,
I would have said abnormal.
yeah, I would.
Emily would have said,
I don't drink very
Well,
often.
next to yours, it literally says "doesn't matter." It's Bender. So
okay.
there we go.
Fair
Her
enough.
answer would have been half a can of White Claw.
Hey,
so-
hey. No, a
Not-
bender would be
not
2 cans.
2 drips of whiskey for me.
Okay, look, whiskey gets me hard and fast.
Excuse me?
Stop, no.
What?
It gets me quickly, and it hits me hard.
Still probably not the right.
Tanner, can I get a
Please, can we cut
just a
out?
clip of that?
Can we please cut that out? My
Just
mom
get a clip
listening.
of that?
We'll make that the new theme song.
I just remembered I-
hard and fast.
I might honestly isolate that and edit it into the theme song.
Don't. Okay. Well.
No. Veto.
So.
You do not have my consent.
Wow.
Are we talking about bending things? Or
I do
Yeah.
not consent to this contract.
So I want to talk about Kate Bender. Anybody know? Ever hear of the Bloody Benders?
No.
No.
Not to be confused with the
Sounds-
Blood Benders from Avatar.
Oh, nice.
Ugh.
Water benders.
Mm-hmm.
That could...
Can they do blood?
What? Oh yeah, they've
Yes.
been blood.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's really just liquid benders.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
the water in the blood. It's a really dark,
Liquid Benders.
twisted episode. It's very good. I have the whole series. I'll bring it over sometime.
Like I'm pretty sure they probably couldn't bend like motor oil.
It's probably got water in it.
Fair enough.
Someone Google that.
Can you imagine? Just pump's busted. Call a waterbender. Just get it to the shop.
Jesus. You haven't seen? Okay. Anyway, not the point.
I saw parts.
Oh.
I told you we need to watch it.
I'll bring it by.
So, Kate Bender.
Yes.
Yeah, so she.
Was that the Kent State gun girl?
I don't,
It's not.
okay. I was like, I don't believe so.
Kate Bennett. It was close.
I don't get these references.
She's gross. Continue.
So the Bloody Benders. I wanted to do something a little bit older.
Sounds like a dope Celtic rock band.
The Bloody Benders.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Like
dude.
they're opening for the Tossers this weekend.
Yeah. The Bloody Benders.
The Tossers are great.
I go see it.
I couldn't think of who sings the other Celtic rock song I know, so that's what I came up with. Bailey.
Fair enough. I'm sorry.
So I want to do something kind of around the time, more of like Old West, because it's cool. It's already
Very
a lot
fun.
of violence there. This actually takes place after the Civil War, when people were kind of migrating to the West and really trying to.
Manifest Destiny, baby.
Yeah.
I thought
Right.
we were still in Germany.
Well, no, Germany.
We moved away from that because Norm doesn't eat people,
Well,
supposedly.
there's a little Germany.
So wait, you do?
here. Well, again, legally, I can't. So the legend goes.
Can't. What? I gotta go home. My mom called.
So the legend goes that 23-year-old Kate Bender, she was a self-proclaimed healer. She was also a psychic who routinely gave lectures on spiritualism and conducted seances.
That sounds right for the time.
Yeah? Was that like a pretty big thing?
Yeah, actually.
Like being
You sound like
psychic
a
and...
crazy lady.
Yeah, because
That's
you
what I
know
thought.
what? It made you a lot of money, and everyone was like, yes, I would like to... Because, like, especially then...
everybody was dumb back then.
Everyone was dumb, and then also, especially back then, like, everyone was dying of just little random things that they hadn't been dying of before.
Dysentery.
Dysentery,
Get
just
it right.
diseases that passed from the
Not
different
washing your
communities
hands.
coming together. Not washing your hands. So, like, spiritualism was
I
huge.
know that wasn't racist, but it sounded a little racist.
What?
People are dying from the diseases that come from
Communities
mixing
blending
the
together.
communities together.
So you want to keep them separate.
Oh God, no.
Just
I didn't
make
say
sure
that.
that they have an equal living standard, but over there.
But separately, one might say.
Well, let me tell you, these psychic gifts seem to be passed down to all the Bender women. Her gifts were so grand, that she claimed anyway. She could even talk to the dead. These skills would soon bear profit as people paid to listen to her. Kate believed in free love and routinely lectured about it.
Quick question.
What's up?
What was the year?
The year is 1867.
So it's right after the Civil War.
Yeah.
That was
was
so
69.
close to my guess.
What was your guess?
1868.
Oh,
Mine was
Oh.
1869.
I knew that was good.
Yeah,
He was going to say that.
well, 69 is when the crime started, so that one's for you.
Nice.
But before that, so she believes in free love. In fact, she was kind of a hippie before even the 70s, before hippies were a thing.
Before the
1870s.
Yeah, there we go. But you know what's more important than free love?
Absolutely nothing.
Freedom.
Justification to kill. And you see, Kate was...
Wait. Wait.
Yeah?
He just turns it
Questions?
No, I just
Eating
need to...
people.
So, so she believed in free love and also the justification to kill.
Free murder, you might...
Free murder.
Like justification.
Anyone?
Like you have to be
You know,
justified
like,
to
I
do
killed
so.
that guy because...
He looked at me funny.
He looked at me funny. Or, I killed that guy because he took my purse. Or,
Okay.
yeah. And she was like, yeah,
So far,
that's
these
cool.
are all good reasons.
She's like almost there.
Now, Kate was, she was gorgeous. At 23, she had a silver tongue. She was petite with auburn hair. And she knew that she can use her looks to kind of get whatever she wanted.
That's what I do at work.
Are men writing women?
Ready?
Go ahead.
And with her beauty and her social skills, she was easily a favorite of the locals. She craved three things: wealth, power, and position. And god damn it, she was going to get it. At least two of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
She sounds a little crazy.
she
Well,
again,
she's
free
pretending
spirit.
to be psychic, potentially.
Potentially.
She talks to the dead, Emily.
No,
All right?
she is.
She's psychic. She's a healer. And
I say
people-
potentially to hold up.
Potential for
Look,
that.
I'm just saying, No, I'm not getting into this.
Now to kind of go back to the Bloody Benders. Now they were a family that lived in Kansas, about 7 miles northeast of Cherryvale. They settled there after the
Doesn't mean
government
anything to any of
relocated
us.
Native Americans that originally inhabited the area.
He did put that in quotes for
I
the
did.
record. Let the record show.
The Benders set up shop, built a small one-room framed cabin, a barn, a corral, and dug a well. Inside the wooden cabin, the area was it had like a living quarters, and in the living quarters it had in the back, and in the front of it, it was like a small inn/store, so people can actually like buy things like groceries and things like that. But also,
This is one room?
it's one room with a wall.
One wall.
That's 2 rooms, Norman.
That's two
It's
rooms.
2 rooms, but I mean, basically, what I read how it was described, it's still kind of, it seems like one room, but it's
So
okay.
it's like
It's
a
weird.
big open door, probably.
Yeah.
Or like a
An
big, like-
open concept.
Yeah, it's an open concept. They were very
Open
modern
floor plan.
for people that killed. Now, so they had
People
an inn
still
and
kill
they had a
people.
store. What's up?
People still kill other people.
When
That's
did he say they did?
he said they were very modern for people that killed.
Oh well,
No,
that's
their
fair.
style.
Their style is modern.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's-
Patrick Bateman.
No. Yeah, I hear that. It's
I'm
just
sure there's
like
modern
I
killers.
felt like he was insinuating that
Maybe
killers
avant-garde.
live like it's 1750. That's just not the case.
Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that.
I bet they lived pretty well after the When You Were Young tour. Here it did pretty good for him. So.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Fair enough.
So the little store, it carried a few supplies such as powder, shot, groceries, liquor, tobacco. They
All the
sold meals,
essentials.
exactly, and it provided a safe overnight resting place to the strangers along the road.
Nothing safer than sleeping in a room full of gunpowder and tobacco.
Hell yeah,
Light
brother.
it up.
Seems like the dream for like the 1800s. So, I mean, I'm
Still does.
Yeah.
It's like the old West version of like cocaine and Ferraris.
Yeah.
Gunpowder and tobacco.
Is that where they picked up lot lizards?
Lot losers are people, Emily. Okay.
Yeah, they're people too.
Jesus.
I'm the one
God, what are
who.
we gonna do?
I'm the one.
Now, Kate was a daughter to John Bender Sr. and his wife Elvira Bender.
There's Why is that funny?
You good?
You really liked that one.
Come on! This is not going to
Elvira?
go well. She's
Elvira.
named Elvira, Mistress of the Damned. This is not going to go well. Let's hear it.
So is there a junior? Sorry.
Well, so
I'm assuming her brother.
So immigrating from Germany, John, which
there's
we'll
Germany.
call Pa. Pa spoke little English, but the English he did speak was very guttural.
That's German.
I thought you were going to say something different, just like aggressive.
Yeah, well, probably
Again,
that too.
Profane.
I mean, he was a very intimidating man as well. He had very strong, like
Jawbones.
strong jawbones, very big, rough beard. He was a rough man.
Goofy little mustache.
No,
He pointed at himself.
no.
Wait,
Not-
no.
A small little man with black hair and a goofy little mustache.
Looked very nice in a suit.
Did he go to art school?
He go to
Stop.
art school.
Stop.
We need to learn
Well-
more Germans.
Well, at well over 6 feet, he was a big man. Yet his wife, which we'll call Ma, Elvira Tanner, which we'll call Mom. John Sr., 60. Ma, Elvira, 55.
Y'all know
That's
about
fine.
Elvira, the...
No,
The
I do
Looney Tunes
not.
character?
No.
Oh, that's Elmira.
Elvira was a Halloween
Okay, boomer.
theme. Okay, look. It's too old even for me.
No, I get it.
No,
I was
I know who you're
talking
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 about.
about Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
She was a
What?
character...
It was... It was like the more recent Looney Tunes, but it was like
Oh,
when they were
you had a
kids.
kid, so it's okay.
I'm also a big kid.
Yeah, you're a big kid.
Yeah.
He's like 17 years older than me.
She was a character in a spooky TV thing.
Dressed very seductively.
Yes.
Big hair.
Big spider web dress.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about.
Oh!
A lot of VHSs of her.
There's a lot of...
I saw her in a
Halloween
video
specials.
yesterday.
Whenever my parents
They
would play
used
it
to
on
have
TV.
a ride at Six
It's-
Flags that was like her, and you would sit
In her?
Stop.
in a roller coaster car, and she'd be in front of you, Bailey.
Mm.
I've only been to that Six Flags in the last year.
I mean, is it still there?
No.
This was the one
Not-
in Arlington.
Oh, just kidding. Oh. No. But I know who you're talking about. I was watching a YouTube video where she popped up and I went, "Oh, that's something that exists." I never knew her name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I figured if anybody was going to catch that, it was going to be you, too.
Okay.
I knew that. Well, she's 55.
It's fair to assume I wouldn't.
And she was the only, despite how intimidating Pa was, Ma was the only one that really put the fear of God in him. She was running the house with
Hell
an
yeah,
iron
woman
fist.
power.
She wasn't a nice woman,
Oh.
nor a very good-looking woman. With the locals calling her a she-devil more than her actual name.
Cute.
But, again, psychic abilities ran rampant in the women of the Benders. She
Allegedly.
also had psychic abilities, though she claimed.
Yeah.
Now, lastly, the brother John Bender Jr. Was a
JJ.
tall, slender man, about 25, and was fluent in English with a German accent as well. It was said that he was prone to laughing aimlessly, with many people kind of took him as being just
Laughing
kinda
aimlessly with
dumb.
many people, like he's just having a good time with people, or like he just
It's like
will stop a
Laughing.
conversation and look into the middle distance and start laughing.
more like the guy at
There's a regular
Walmart.
like that.
More like the guy at Walmart looking through the produce and just starts laughing.
Yeah.
Just having a good time.
Okay.
He's having
I
a
do
good
that
time.
sometimes.
This family, very odd.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan?
I'm a Bender. Hold on.
I'd like
Same.
I'd like to see where this goes first.
I was
mean,
gonna say a Bender babe,
Absolutely,
but that didn't feel right.
positively positive.
And then I was gonna say Buddy, and then I lost train after that.
Well, it was because of his aimless laughing. He was perceived very much dim-witted or just dumb.
Yeah, I get that.
I
So,
feel that.
In 1871, the Benders opened their inn/store to the people, and many people passed through those doors, and an alarming amount went missing.
Oh.
Specifically, people that were looking to settle in the area or like passing through, wanting to settle to the west, and happened to be carrying a large sum of money/supplies. Friends and family could trace the missing people back to South Kansas, but quickly lost track after that.
That's just them saying, "Nah, we're good." Like people in Austin right now, like, please don't move here.
I mean, yeah, possibly. Or something's amiss. Now, there started to be rumors kind of in that area. Like, people talk. because it's not like 1 or 2 people, and it's
Hey,
not.
Did you hear 60 people went missing at this hotel?
Well, it wasn't very uncommon for people to kind of go missing, kind of heading that way, but specifically located in South Kansas, it's a little weird. So eventually,
Even now, there aren't that many people there.
yeah.
Let me tell you.
And eventually, the township called a meeting. 75 people attended. Two of
None
those
of them
people,
made it out.
well, 2 of those people were actually the two Bendermen. So
Okay.
Junior and Senior.
Benderman.
The Bendermen.
One of them was just laughing the whole time. The other one couldn't understand what was going on.
But he looked mad about it.
It was a very
It was a good
Strong.
time.
So the town talked about 10 missing victims, including one, William H. York. And after much discussion, the town realized there was really a problem.
I'd say.
You see, the group decided to search every residence from Big Hill Creek to Drum Creek, spanning about 4 miles after a quick Google search. And the Benders kind of remained silent, right? Because I'm kind of like picturing like them kind of sitting in the back and everybody's up in arms and
just like, "Whoop."
yelling and we got to do something about this. And just the Benders in the back sweating, looking very.
I think the dad was just like,
were so-
what are they saying?
What is going on?
He's just
I don't know, Pa, but it's hilarious.
So the people noticed after passing the Bender's property that the animals.
It's like 10 people's bones and clothes over there.
Huh, that's strange.
Gross. Clean it up.
There we go.
That's let's only do one John Mulaney reference per episode.
I'll try, but I'm not going to make any promises.
Fair enough.
Well, people started noticing after passing the Bender's property that the animals were not fed, and they were looking very sickly. The
Wait, don't
surrounding
they
area.
sell those supplies?
Yeah.
That seems neglectful.
You
If they're-
don't use your own supply.
A feed for your animals?
Well, I could save this horse, but
We
gotta
feed
make
them,
25 cents.
but everyone's snooping around here.
Yeah.
Can't feed them all the people right now.
maybe make them look all sick and gross, and they won't come around here.
There we go. Well, so not only did the animals look a little off, but kind of looking around the property, it was very unkept, as if it was abandoned. Now, after further inspection, it seems there was no trace left of the Benders. No food, no clothes, or any personal possessions. But what was left was a terrible smell coming from the trap door nailed shut.
I think I stayed at their hotel. Is this a Motel 6?
Oh, no, it's,
Red Roof Inn.
There we go. No, are those bad?
They're not wonderful.
What's that?
Yes. Oh, I've stayed in all
There's
sorts of chains.
There's a German hotel chain around here.
Oh, I know what you're talking
I
about.
can't think of what they're called. But they have the German architecture theme.
Yeah.
I'm not making assumptions.
Yeah.
The buildings have a distinctly German architecture.
I know what you're talking about. They got some in New Braunfels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
New Braunfels is a German town.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. But just,
You can tell by the way that it is.
You can tell because the way it is.
So after inspecting, many people kind of brought that to, started noticing that, they decided to inspect the area, and they walked in.
Oh, I do have one question.
Yeah, what's up?
How much longer was this after the meeting?
Not very long after.
Probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah, like they were like,
How
let's
much
start
time does it take to
alpha.
form a
Let's
posse?
let's start alphabetically. Bender.
Well,
They only covered
but they
a
were at the
4-mile
meeting.
stretch.
Yeah.
So it's like
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
only a 4-mile stretch. It probably wasn't very long. Because I would imagine it
so
takes...
they got out of. So what I'm really
so
asking.
their tallest buildings are 1 story, and they're covering 4 miles in Kansas. They just
Well, they also have to sit down. They have to. They also have to have some tea, some sweet tea. I don't know what else. Old
some
West
Southern
tea.
hospitality.
There was
there Southern hospitality since there's only vaguely the South and they had just gotten rid of racism? Only kinda.
Of course, there's Southern hospitality, sugar.
For white people.
For white people, yes. I mean, yeah, the Civil War just ended.
They were probably still a little bitter about it, honestly. Wait,
it's almost like they almost still are.
I could guess.
Kansas was... Oh, I don't know, actually.
Neutral?
I believe they were South.
Shoot. We really don't study enough for an informative podcast.
I mean...
That wasn't really going to come up, but of course it did because we're us.
I feel like I have information in here that's like, yeah, they're going to ask this. I'm going to tell them. And then you're like, what side of the Civil War was Kansas on? Jesus Christ.
What about Arkansas?
See, I don't know.
America, explain.
What about Florida? Nah, I could probably guess. Never mind. Yeah.
I imagine we excluded them.
They're wrong. Yeah,
here's a question.
They were fighting each other. They had their own civil war.
Was Florida Man around in 1879?
I'm sure he was. He just didn't get the press coverage he deserved.
Some newspaper clippings out there about him, though. So after some investigation, they found, and looking through that trap door, they found that there were no bodies in there, but they found a lot of clotted blood.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. That's just clotted blood.
So in this trap door it's a 6 foot deep hole and just filled with clotted blood. No bodies though.
Filled? What do you mean filled?
Probably not filled completely, but like
no. If there's
there's a lot of blood in there.
If there's any enough that when you step in it, it goes down.
Squish.
I'm not.
Sounds like that room from Cabin in the Woods.
So I haven't seen it.
Oh man!
Don't roll your eyes.
Oh man!
I get the point.
Really enjoy Cabin in the Woods.
It's a very good.
It's a very good movie.
That's a good one.
It's the pain room, I think is what they called it.
That movie also made Chris Hemsworth's career.
So
wasn't it his brother?
Here's a fun fact. No, it was Chris Hemsworth. They filmed it years before he got the role of Thor, but because of budget issues, they weren't able to give it a release until after Thor had come out.
Oh,
well, that's good timing for them.
Yes, very much. Also, it was Joss Whedon.
Oh, I'm in then.
Yes, very good.
So after finding no bodies there, they did the logical thing and just kind of searched the premise.
That is surprisingly logical for everything else in this story.
Yeah.
And they walked outside, saw a very suspicious-looking pile of dirt, and said, yeah, let's start there. And what they found...
Good on them.
I am shocked at how efficient they are as an investigative unit.
I don't know. They were literally in the same room, and they didn't catch them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they were just
didn't know at that point.
Know yet.
No, I know, but like if everyone there was like, yeah, let's go searching, and then they're like, wait, where are these two people?
Oh, there was, now I think about it, I totally forgot to include. So there was something a little bit weird about Kate. So
besides the rest of it?
Besides everything. So not only was she known for, being all spiritual and doing lectures and justification of killing, it was rumored that she was also into sacrificing. So
okay,
yeah, that was a
woman
thing.
isn't
like humans.
Yeah.
Look, whatever.
It was very very rumored, but yeah. So I feel like if there were people being missed,
I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah.
If you hit me right out of the gate with, I'm a psychic. Let me tell you about spiritualism, and also killing is okay.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a reason.
Those points line up.
Here's why I like
It's
sacrifice.
Efficient PowerPoint. Doesn't take you out of left field. So, what ended up happening was they started digging up some around the property, and they were actually able to find 10 bodies. 10 bodies, and a bunch of body parts that didn't necessarily belong to those 10 bodies. And now one of the bodies...
I'm picturing it like the full town coming together to do a jigsaw puzzle.
I got a hand over here. What do you, Bailey? What do you got over there?
Anybody got a wrist?
Anyone need a pelvis?
Oh man, it's getting dark. We should probably knock this out pretty quick.
We can come back tomorrow.
Just leave it on the table. No one comes in this room anyway.
So the town talked, and about 10 missing victims. One of the bodies they found was William H. York.
Okay.
He was found buried headfirst.
Interesting call.
Very much. I was like, that can't be. And I read a couple different sources, and they all said, yeah, head first.
Okay, what do you mean head
Were they
first?
planted?
Maybe like kind of like at a
At an angle? Okay, I was thinking like they took him
dug
up
a
like
vertical hole.
right. I was
and
thinking,
kicked
what
it
if they
into it.
like took him apart, head at the bottom?
No, he was in one piece.
Head first. The head came out first.
No, you put the head in first, and then you stack everything else on top. Head first.
Thank
Continue.
You, so, William York is noted that he had a head injury. By head injury, I mean a smashed skull.
That'll do it, huh?
And a slit around his throat from ear to ear. Now the
So
digging,
it wasn't like very decomposed then.
yeah, they were still able to kind of. So the crimes these crimes took place between 1869 and 1872,
Okay.
which is a long period of time. But
Yeah. I don't know how long it takes for bodies to decompose now that I've thought about it.
and the last victim, it's rumored that the last victims were at least one of them was York.
Okay.
So he was pretty much a
Do
pretty
you
fresh kill.
know about when compared to when they found him?
So like when they noticed that the benders went missing to when he might have died.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So
How long? So they had this town meeting and decided something was up, and then how long did they wait to actually do something about it?
Let's break for dinner. For supper.
let's get ready for supper. We're gonna thank God first. Then early morning we're gonna have tea at the Richards.
We'll hit it after Christmas, guys.
And I know this is very important, but I have years. I don't have exact dates.
Okay, that's fine.
Except
just
for
curious.
I have a date later, but
Oh, good luck.
yeah. Oh.
Dumb joke. Fair enough.
So, where was I? So the bodies were found. So one of them was of York. Another one is actually pretty sad. It was yeah. So it was actually of a father and her daughter, of his daughter. So a father and his daughter.
The daughter.
So it ranges. Some articles say about 16 months. Some articles are saying 8 years old.
That's still not
That's
good.
quite a range.
Quite a range.
Quite a range.
Both
Nothing.
equally upsetting.
Yeah, nothing in. There is no number in between those two numbers that would make it any better, frankly.
So what's even sadder? So it is George Langcourt and Marianne. So initially, basically what happened was they had it was George and his wife, which I don't have her name, but eventually their son died of pneumonia. Yeah, of pneumonia. Robert died of pneumonia. And not far along, Mary also died several months later. So basically what he was doing, what George and his daughter were doing, was move back with his parents.
Okay.
On his way, he happened to stop at this inn with a very large sum of money. It was he had about $1,900, which today's terms is about $40,000 on him.
Is that enough to murder someone? As someone with $6 in their bank account, I might say yes, but I won't for legal reasons.
Thank you.
Who travels with that much cash?
I mean, what
It's
are
the
they going to
olden
do?
times. They don't
just
got bank
deposit it
accounts.
and hit the Wells Fargo back home.
You should look up when Wells Fargo opened.
Oh, God
Actually,
That
been
might
a-
have been a bad call.
Yeah.
They have, like a stagecoach. or
yeah,
something.
it's
One
actually
time
been
when
a
I was
while.
getting a change order, one of the older ladies that works at the bank, she gave me the whole history, and I didn't listen to a word. I felt very bad, but I was so exhausted.
About the history of Wells Fargo?
Yeah. She was like, we learned all about it, and I was like, great.
Yeah, they're very, like, adamant about that information. Like,
We
I
should
feel
do
like
that
I've
with
been
our company.
No.
Ever heard of Grapevine?
Unfortunately.
Funko Land?
EB Games.
So the daughter, so they were got on their way back to their parents, all money and possessions taken. So it's rumored that, they killed the father and they buried the daughter alive.
No.
Not proven, because so it's not proven, but it's rumored that
Wells Fargo was founded in 1852.
Oh,
They could have.
they could have. So dang.
In California. Wait. No, I read that wrong. Sorry, continue.
But what was proven was she had no injuries on her body, and she was fully clothed, including mittens and a hood. Both were buried together in the apple orchard. Not great.
No.
Not great.
I have no comment.
Okay, I was waiting for it, but
Yeah, no, I got
kind of
nothing.
That's
disappointed.
gross. That's my comment.
So the digging continued. Multiple body parts were found, not belonging to the other bodies. The burial site was christened Hell's Half Acre. Hell's Half Acre.
Okay, that seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Half acre. It's not a
Not
whole
a
lot
lot.
of space.
So,
But it's got good enunciation. Hell's Half.
Hell's Half Acre. It's my favorite episode of
I forgot the
Gordon
word.
Ramsay's.
I dropped out
involved
of college.
Could have worded that joke a little better. I'll work on it.
We'll workshop it.
So it's actually rumored that officially they've murdered about 10 people. 11, including the daughter. But it's rumored that they're well up to like 20 because of all the body parts that just don't belong or matching up.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
after the news broke out, York's brother actually offered $1,000 for the lead to the Benders' capture. That was later raised to $2,000 for apprehension of all four.
80,000.
People flocked to the site, and people tore apart the cabin and everything around that site. A lot of people like gathering like souvenirs and things like that.
Gross.
Yeah, till there was nothing left but a hole in the ground. The Benders were pretty odd. It was an odd family. Fun fact, they were never caught.
So they're still on the run.
Probably not. But there's a lot of rumors to it. But one of the strangest things about the Benders is they weren't even actually family. The only ones related were Kate and Ma. And there were whispers that John, the brother, was actually Kate's husband by common law. So John Bender was actually John Flickinger. Yeah,
Okay.
he was either from Germany or Holland. Elvira was actually... Oh, God. It's... Elvira, was actually Elmira Meek. Kate was Eliza Griffith, and John was just John Gabbert. Yeah.
Okay.
So...
Yeah.
I'm just trying to... Why would they do that?
So what they...
They're grifters.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So what they've kind of pieced together, and there's actually rumors of people that actually kind of experienced what happened, but was able to escape. So Kate would lure men in, and people in, they also have an inn, but they would lure them in, have them sitting in a specific spot where behind a curtain, both Johns would wait with a hammer. And as soon as the person sits there and Kate is like kind of distracting them.
That's what the wall is for.
One hammer.
With a single hammer.
With our powers combined.
Dude, it's 1800s. The hammers are expensive. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, same time.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Are we doing on 3 or
after 3?
Do you think the one was just laughing back there? They're like, what is that? Oh, nothing. Don't worry.
No, nothing.
But so they would. So as Kate's like distracting them, Kate and Ma's distracting. The men would come in, bash the person in the head, and then slit their throat, taking everything. It's rumored to say that they stole over $44,000, which I did some quick math on Google, and it totaled roughly, because of inflation, all that, $99,482 for 10 people, which is pretty good.
I came up with 1.6 million.
Well,
Inflation.
potato and potato,
Yeah.
That's...
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I honestly, like...
I wonder what
For up to
inflation
20
would be,
people...
like, what that would be today.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Well, so the
you said
10 is the ones that they can confirm.
No, exactly. For 10 people, like, that's just not a lot of money is what I'm saying. Like, to me, if you're gonna go big, you gotta go big. Like, you can't just...
They didn't think they'd
just
get
like,
caught, man.
yeah, here's just a quick $90,000 of modern money. Like, that's just not a lot.
I mean, I doubt they...
I mean, yeah, me too, by
they-
a long shot, but that's not the point.
If they were math geniuses, they would have went to school. They wouldn't have been in South Kansas.
True.
Fair. But,
Mm-hmm.
like...
How would you do it?
How would I do it? I would
Easy,
just...
OJ.
If I did it, which I didn't. No, I think
Like, what's a good ratio?
at that
from
point,
being
just
stolen to-
overcharge for your inn. You'll
No.
make the same amount of money without, killing.
Where else are you gonna go? There's nothing within 4 miles.
Hey, back then, that's a walk. That's a day.
Now, one thing I will say is I don't think that 44,000 that I kept seeing, I don't think that was also including all the horses and wagons and supplies that they were also able to
That they were
steal.
neglecting.
Well, so the animals were neglected because they just booked it. So the animals
Okay.
before they booked it were they were kept.
Okay. That wasn't the value of it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
doesn't seem worth the effort.
And a lot of people
Good effort.
the hammer.
Hammer, and then also you gotta
One swing of a hammer.
yeah, but then you also gotta bury them. You gotta
yeah. You're gonna
like,
put all that blood. Gotta
Yeah.
build that trap door.
Gotta have a blood hole.
all I'm saying is you broke Norm. All I'm saying is that just doesn't seem worth it to me.
And a lot of people said that.
Yeah.
For a measly $44,000. Sorry, $4,400.
Oh,
They could've done better.
$4,000. That's it?
With inflation of
No,
90,000. Yeah.
No, sure. I'm just saying,
Yes, that is it.
that is nothing.
That is nothing. They will kill. She believed in free love, Emily.
And free murder. My bad. I'm just saying.
She would have done it for free.
Yeah, then do it for free. That. At that point, you're just insulting your own skills.
So I will say, so Kate and Ma, Ma actually had multiple husbands before, and
Hell yeah, dude.
she had about 13 kids. Strangely enough,
Yo.
all of her husbands had
What
injuries.
A trooper.
What a trooper!
13
Yeah,
kids?
13 kids.
Yeah.
Tanner, take a guess. How many of those kids did she murder?
12.
My man's good in math.
She picked the favorite one. You live.
So there's a lot of rumors after the $2,000 bounty. There was a lot of rumors.
That's more money than they stole.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
4,400.
That's half of what they stole as their bounty. That's not...
There was a lot of people claiming that, oh yeah, the benders, we found them and we strung them up and blah blah blah. A lot of people claiming that.
So now they're just more murder for only $4,000.
Basically. There was also 2 women that were arrested, but due to insufficient evidence, were never actually brought to trial. Which is weird for that time.
That is weird for that time, yeah. That's
Did
very
we
odd.
have names?
Yeah.
For the women that
Like, they arrested them thinking they're them?
it didn't say. It was just like, yeah,
'Cause-
they were
I know where they can
Two
find
people
some
of
evidence.
interest.
in the blood hole.
They're-
Yeah, in the blood hole.
They didn't really have much evidence back
Yeah.
then. Ways of... I don't know, actually. I don't know about science and stuff. You know, Wells Fargo opened in 1852, so I don't know how much modern stuff they had back then.
Have you seen Wild Wild West? They had plenty of
Obviously,
science.
I have not.
Man, you know what always scared me as a kid? That one device they put them in with like the magnets.
The necklace?
Yeah. Oh god.
Whoa.
I was not ready for that.
Yes, I know what we're speaking of.
What a good soundtrack.
I think I
Anyway.
have it.
The
I
sound-
believe that.
The
I
movie?
think
Yes, I
it's in
do.
the list.
We should do a viewing of that sometime.
A viewing.
But man, there's a lot more information I would highly recommend like looking up. It's just really interesting. It's
We could really streamline this show if we just, like, came up with a topic and said, Google it.
no,
I was
well, I
gonna
mean,
say-
Look this up.
I was gonna say,
I
you should look into this. This is crazy.
no. What I'm saying is just some of the other theories on like, oh yeah, you know, they went to St. Louis or they took a train here and
But did they take three different sets of people with them? Tricking them the whole time.
that's the reference. Got you. You know what? Maybe that's where HH got his
Holmes.
stuff from.
When was H.H. Holmes?
About 30 years after this.
He got some ideas.
So
Maybe 20.
there used to be, so the initial building got pretty much torn down because of people stealing souvenirs. Years later, they actually built a replica cabin
No.
in Kansas, and Kansas is
That's their only tourist attraction. In all of Kansas.
Well, let me see here. See if I have it in my notes.
I imagine they have the world's biggest ball of yarn. That
Probably.
might not be true.
One of their gas stations has a whole little gift shop for Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
So a museum was erected in 1961 in honor of the Kansas statewide centennial celebration.
That's odd.
An exact replica of the Bender's cabin was built that housed antiques and household items. In its first 3 days of opening, it attracted more than 2,000 visitors. In 1967,
If they all paid $2.
in 1967, 3 of the Bender hammers were gifted to the museum by the Dick family.
Well.
Nope.
Okay, I was waiting. And the museum remained popular tourist destination until it closed in 1978 when a fire station was built on top of the site.
That's not much longer.
Yo, haunted fire station, though. Guarantee it.
Did you say dick hammers?
Welcome,
family.
Bailey. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
I'm listening.
The Dick family hammers.
They call me Meat Hammer.
And in addition to the museum, Southeast Kansas may be the only place where a mass murder is celebrated by a state historical marker.
I'm going to say no. That sounds like a thing Americans would like.
No, that sounds like a Kansas thing.
Well, that too. Yeah. Yeah.
They're American.
There's also a very interesting story about, you guys know anything about Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah.
Enough to make jokes.
You know the author?
No.
I think it's like Laura Ingalls.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah,
Yes, now I
um,
do.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are calling bullshit on it, but Laura Ingalls said that
It was her mom.
Once when I was younger, I murdered 10 people and buried them in my apple orchard.
But gosh, was I pretty.
And then some body parts.
I got $4,000 from it, so not a bad gig.
She was saying how there was a connection. She had a connection to them or something like that. A lot of people are calling bullshit on it
Is this
because
before or after her book was published?
before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before. She was saying that like her grandfather knew about them or something like that.
Shoot, I know
What?
about them now.
Yeah, everyone was like, "No,
hey,
that's
you know,
bullshit.
my
Why
dad
would
watched
you?"
the OJ trial.
Yeah, there we go.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, he was like
I
there.
was born during the OJ trial. My mom watched it from the hospital.
My mom watched the Cowboy game,
Not the trial.
start and
she watched
finish,
the
because she
low-speed
was stuck.
chase from the hospital.
The low-speed chase.
Yes, he
Yeah.
wasn't.
No,
he
no, I
wasn't
know of it.
speeding.
Yeah, I
He
know
just
of it.
didn't stop.
Yeah,
But man, I want a Bronco so bad.
they're remaking
They
them
look
now.
good on the news.
Why would you say that sentence?
Let's move on.
I mean, that's
That's-
it, baby.
It was interesting.
Wait, I haven't prepared for.
The bloody benders.
So they were never caught.
Never
That's-
officially caught. No.
Ridiculous. They
So
got
do
away
you
with
think
it.
there's someone out there who's like a descendant who just definitely knows and is keeping
Maybe-
it to themselves?
Maybe this is what ancestry is for. Like, they're like,
Ooh.
we're gonna find them.
Delete my search history. Didn't want to know that.
God damn it! I'm going to jail for this.
Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely people out there that are, I would say, probably ancestors to them, or they're descendants of them. Have
Maybe.
no idea.
Who knows?
Yeah, they probably. I feel like
With a
that's
family
probably
tree
not
like
something
that.
they talked about,
Yeah.
and they probably changed their names again. Like they seem,
Or
it
just-
seemed like they
yeah.
knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And again, as we established last week, all you had to do to change your name was just, "Hi, I'm a different name."
Yeah.
And that was before that one.
Yeah.
That was before, 30 years later, H.H. Holmes.
Holmes.
It
I
was
still think
even
that's very
easier.
funny, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep
They
doing
didn't
that.
even have paper at that point, I don't think.
They had banks.
They didn't
Paper's
need
like
paper. They had skin.
an ancient
Banks could
Greek
use
thing.
stone tablets. Probably.
Paper's like, whatever. I'm not.
No, yeah, it's
Interesting.
wild.
Yeah.
It's
I think
crazy.
my
So
So
favorite
you
part
could
about
just
this...
get away with murder by just leaving, huh?
Yeah, all you have to do
That's
is
all you have to
Yeah.
do.
you just
All the
break
people
line of
usually
sight
stay.
and you're good.
Yeah.
Like I have a good idea. Let's
Even
just
if they
stay
catch up to
here.
you, you just be like, "Oh, that's not me."
Oh, that's not. Nah, it's
Damn,
not me.
I
My
get that
name
all
is
the
something
time.
different.
I think my favorite part of this story is just the fact that they were never caught. It's just so interesting. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Do you think those were the real hammers?
Huh?
the ones that were
donated?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
my
don't
leg is-
know.
Or were
I
they
feel
just
like-
hammers that they donated?
well, I mean, everything was like
Still
swiped
got
for like
a little bit
souvenirs
of,
and
like a
whatnot.
Lowe's price tag on it.
And scrape it off all the way.
What was Lowe's first?
Let's just start Googling when things happen.
Let me go to Wikipedia again.
Oh no, I don't actually want to know.
1850? Shit, could have been a Lowe's hammer.
Lowe's
All right.
American Home Improvement Retail
Well,
chain.
no, we don't actually.
No, it's too late.
Mhm.
It was founded by Carl Buchanan, not to be confused with Buchanan. History, please.
Are you on their
Anybody ever call
website?
you,
1921.
That was close.
What'd you say?
anybody ever call you puke cannon? And
I thought you said
Elementary.
cute cannon, and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
But no.
But no, puke cannon.
That's fine.
No, no one has ever once said that to me in my life.
I'll change that.
Bailey was a high school bully.
No, he wasn't. Look at him. Should we do our thing? Our next thing?
Yes.
What are we calling it this week? What did we decide last week we were calling it this
My
week?
mom wanted to call it. What does she want to call it?
Oh, no, we called it that last week.
Lies or Lord
It
or
is-
lies.
I got a name. Tis the truth or tis a false?
Wow.
Tis a lie.
Tis a lie.
Tis a lie and tis a truth.
A farce. That's what I was looking
Farce.
for.
Tis a farce.
I
Yeah,
knew
there
what
we
you
go.
were going for, but it's a
I
lie.
had like 3 words in my head. I'm like, it's gonna work out. It's fine.
That's what happened.
And boy, did it.
Tis a
Tis a
false.
farce.
No,
Okay,
tis a false.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, is this something we want to explain, or we just kind of assume everybody knows how this goes now?
I guess
We
we
can
should
explain
explain it.
So, We're all gonna tell of different stories, different folklore, different monsters, whatever. 2 of them we have made up on the spot, and one of them we didn't come up with ourselves. It's
The truth. But
A
not
truth.
really true.
A truther.
Doesn't necessarily have to be true.
See, I think that's the part where it gets confusing for some people.
Yeah.
Is when it's like
So
it's truth,
it's
but it's not really truth.
Either made
It's
up
just
by us
So
or
it's
a
truth if you
well-known
believe
myth.
in that kind of thing.
well, it doesn't even have to be a well-known myth, but
Like
But yeah.
Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, those would be
it
considered
has to be
reasonable healthcare
established
to
out.
the safe. Oh yeah,
It has to be lore established outside of this room.
yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I
Boom.
think they should be well known within their communities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not just something
Yeah.
you randomly.
I think the big-
look at this creepy.
I think the
pasta.
bigger.
Yeah.
Use this one.
I think the
Well,
bigger
okay,
game
yeah.
here is seeing who's able to tell a lie well versus
yes.
bad. Because I feel like so I'm gonna be guessing. I feel like I have an advantage because I've noticed certain things.
I'm gonna tell you my story,
Like, what do you
hiding
notice?
behind my jacket.
Sweating.
I'm just gonna hide behind my
How long
jacket
is
here.
I can tell you mine's not Japanese.
I promise you,
Mine-
Tanner, my next monster or whatever is not going to be a yokai.
Okay.
It's gonna be the Korean version.
I think I came to the wrong
Koyai.
podcast. I'll
Okay.
just start with mine then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine's the Kumasaru, also known as the bear monkey.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It's an old tale about a wise bear monkey. So it's like a
The
bear.
only kind, frankly.
So is this like a Asian Yogi Bear?
No,
What do you
it's not a
consider
co-
wise about Yogi Bear?
Yeah, he's not very wise.
He got the
really
pigment.
gonna get
He
the
got
baskets,
he
man.
got the baskets,
Got the
dude.
baskets.
basket.
He didn't need to know much past
He
that.
used child slavery to get the basket. Let's be real.
We don't know how old.
We
We
all
don't
know.
know how old Boo Boo was.
He's just short. Come on.
Short
I don't know. I think
king.
that's pretty wise. Didn't have to pay him.
That's true.
Who's the-
Okay, so Yogi Bear's a wise bear.
But he's not a bear monkey.
Okay,
so
that's
this
fair.
is mostly.
Fair enough.
Imagine a bear monkey. What do you think?
Okay, so are we?
I'm picturing a
tail?
shaved monkey.
Do we
Does
have
have a tail?
Does it have a
like
tail?
a monkey tail.
Four legs or two? I mean, like standing.
So he has monkey
Bears can do
hands.
both.
Okay,
Monkey hands and bear feet.
that's cool.
That's goofy.
Does he have a snoot I can boot?
Yeah. He has like
Sweet.
a bear head.
Nice.
So
Snoot I can
this
boot.
is a bear that a long time ago, or a bear monkey that a long time ago people would go to for advice, but they'd have to pay him with a sacrifice, like a child that he would.
Oh.
eat.
Oh.
Hey,
What
I'm
kind
trying
of
to.
advice?
Hold on, excuse me. I
Hey.
need to know what to do with this child.
How do I get rid of this evidence? There you go.
Oh
Oh,
wise,
he's so wise.
Oh, wise monkey bear.
oh wise monkey bear. How can I get a better credit score? Well, got to pay the price first.
I got you.
Hey, am I gonna be successful in my job? Like, let me eat that kid. I'll
So,
tell you.
Kumasaru, which is
Monkey bear.
bear monkey, actually.
Bear.
Oh.
We'll call it monkey bear because it's easier, but so
It does
he
roll off the
Why
tongue
is that
better.
gave off.
easier?
He would give good advice, and people
There's-
that would take his advice
there's a
and bring
phenomenon for that.
sacrifices to him would end up like very successful after. That's pretty much the whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, Bailey. Next.
Next.
Well, he looked at you, so
He did. Hold on. I have to look at my pronunciation again.
Okay, Emily.
okay.
Well, no, I was
Um,
like, I got it. Nah, go ahead.
It's like I don't got this.
Oh, you
No, I got it.
So-
It's pronounced Ulibatsa. It's a Russian one.
Oh, okay.
And
Of course.
he's threatening us with his body
it's
language.
basically, it means smile.
Oh,
And
that's
it's kind of, do you
Does
know?
it ask if you're pretty? If you think they're pretty?
No. It doesn't actually.
That's a reference to yours, Norm.
I
Last
don't know
week.
why it's called smile. They only mention it like smiling. It smiles. But what it is, do you know like Composite Man?
Nope.
Like, okay.
Is that a Batman villain?
Superman.
Honestly?
Basically, it's a guy made up of a whole bunch of parts. That's what this guy is.
Were
Like a
they
jangly
parts
man?
from
Like
the...
a jangly man? From, like different
I'm
body
picturing
parts?
the Crooked Man.
Oh, I was just picturing pieces
Slenderman?
from the Bender home. I'm going to repeat that joke because you guys didn't hear it. I'm picturing pieces from the Bender home.
Okay.
The end.
Is
That's
it
That's
pretty
the
accurate?
joke.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. He basically he picks up stragglers at night on the street
Okay.
and cuts off whatever parts he needs in order to. He treats his body like a machine and just replaces parts as they go bad.
That'd be really, like, it sucks for most people, but that one guy that
But like
just,
for one person, that'd be dope.
he just needs hair. He's like, oh, I thought you were going to kill me. Oh, okay, no, that's fine.
No, yeah. So like,
Take my hand. That's cool. I'm going to go.
descriptions vary wildly because he's always different parts.
Okay.
He's got different colored eyes. Head's pretty much the same, but internally, heart, liver, all that stuff, that all gets swapped out.
Does he wear a jacket?
Uh,
Like a trench coat? Because I'm now thinking of Jeepers Creepers.
I don't guess so. Like maybe it's Russia. He probably wears something.
Okay.
Tracksuit.
You know, I assume. What are those furry things called that they wear?
Oh, the hats?
Yeah, tracksuit's very funny.
Thank
Um,
you.
No, the furry. I guess a parka. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's the furry hood. Who's a parka, right?
Yeah.
I'm picturing something like that. It's the Family Guy joke where they get the two people in the room and they're both equally sized and they're talking about how hooking up in Russia is a crapshoot. And they go 1, 2, 3 and take off their jackets and the guy's really fat and the girl's really small. She was just wearing a big coat because it's Russia.
Yeah.
And he's like, I win.
A scary Russian man came in today.
That's what I was picturing.
This is unrelated except to Russia. A scary Russian man came in today and he got his game, and when he was leaving he said, "If this not work, you'll see me again."
You should have said, I hope so.
I love it.
I'm
That's
fleeing the
beautiful.
country.
You have to.
I have to go. Although he didn't
He'll find you.
he didn't come. I know. He didn't come back, so I think his Lego Star Wars for PS3 works.
You might have misunderstood, though, by coming back, not to the store, but to your house.
He said, "You'll
Ah,
see
yes,
me
excuse me?
again."
Doesn't work.
What are you going to do?
Anyway.
Okay. Is anything else?
Not really.
Okay. So he goes around smiling. He's happy.
Yeah, he's a happy guy.
Yeah.
He looks approachable.
That's pretty cool.
basically.
Does he? He has
Looks
different
approachable.
body parts.
Well, you can't see most of him.
Okay.
He just looks like he has heterochromia.
What about his special parts?
What do you mean?
Does he get different special parts?
I
Does he
don't
have-
think those give out on you with age.
Those commercials late at night would have me believe otherwise.
Those, if you listen to anyone from another country, are strictly an American thing. That's true. We here in America like beer burgers and erectile dysfunction pills.
So he doesn't have to switch those out.
No, apparently not. I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't look. Why would I have looked at that?
Said I didn't ask like you met him.
Aren't
Hey,
you the oldest one in this room?
but you're like,
Shouldn't you act like
I
it?
also have a son.
He's the child one. He's the... Anyway.
We call them bees, by the way, for my son.
Okay, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
No, from what I read, it's mostly internal, except for eyes, because those do go bad.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wonder if he changes his teeth. Or you think he just really keeps up the ones he has?
I don't want to think about it. So mine...
It's got to be a pain to change, right?
That's actually like the hardest part of Surgeon Sim VR is the teeth one. Eyes was easy. You just smack them around.
yeah, and the eye pops out, then you just gotta pluck it out.
Wait, before you do yours, is it just a big animal?
No.
It's a giant koala.
But this one lives in Sweden.
I don't have to take this.
Go ahead.
No, he's called... This is Spring-Heeled Jack. He can jump really
I can get one of those for $5 from a lot lurker.
be Jack in the Box.
Please cut that. Oh, I broke Emily. It's a callback to a couple episodes back. You should really listen to that one. It was a good one.
What would that even be?
Please continue.
Anyway, he can jump really high.
Should have played basketball. I don't know. Maybe volleyball.
Well, no, this is from like the 1800s. A lot of people saw him.
Is this a rabbit?
In Victorian England, he was a giant rabbit. He was not a giant rabbit. He was a person, and people thought he was the devil. I can't get through because I'm trying to
kangaroo, dog.
I'm trying to imagine.
Hold on. Please start
I
over.
thought it was the devil because he could jump high.
Oh God, it's the devil.
That sounds racist.
Okay, hold on. Please start. Okay, start over. What?
Sorry, I'm crying. Okay. He can jump really high.
Alright, we got that part. What else? Does he do anything else?
Yeah, he attacks women.
Those are two completely unrelated things. He jumps really high and he attacks women.
That's how he made his escape.
Jump away. He's fucking Superman. What
No
happened?
way! I know.
Yeah.
No, so people, he was like humanoid, and he would attack women and he could breathe fire.
He was a fucking dragon!
In Victorian London, he attacked a lot of people, and then, he would, just like all of a sudden he appeared, and then all of a sudden he was like gone again. But there
he is.
he just pointed straight up.
Oh, God damn, we didn't grab him quick enough. He just jumped right back up.
But there was supposedly a sighting, late at night in like the late 90s. The 1990s. From a bunch of school kids.
Jack.
And his head's like glowing eyes and stuff. It's real.
It's
It's
real
real neat.
It's real.
It's real neat is what I was trying to say. But I ended up just shrugging, which you can't hear in this audio medium. But you know what he can do?
We should just end all these and it's real.
He can jump. He can jump so high, guys.
Oh God, is that it?
That's pretty much it. Do you have any questions?
I
for me?
do. God. Okay, so he jumps real high.
Yes,
Breathes
a
fire.
little bit.
And attacks women.
That about sums it up.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit. Okay. Why? Where does the fire even come into play?
That's one of the ways he makes his escape. Is he like throws fire at you, so you're like, "Whoa," and you kind of flinch and you look away, and then he bounces away. He jumps away with his spring heels. Cause
Did they have lighters back then?
Just a mildly athletic guy with a lighter.
He's just a circus performer.
Was it
spring-heeled Jack.
Spring-heeled Jack. Okay.
He
Okay.
could jump
That was a
real
good
high.
A good old time.
There are tears running
was
down my
good.
face.
That was good.
Ugh,
Thank you, Emily.
you're so welcome.
That's gonna be so hard to edit into something that doesn't sound horrible to listen to.
Yeah.
I'll just summarize in case we need to come back. He could jump real high.
Oh, man.
And then also he could breathe fire and attack women. People thought he was the devil in Victorian London and also sometimes Scotland.
Well,
Wherever
Okay.
he landed, really.
So we had Spring Jack.
Spring-heeled Jack.
Yeah.
Put some respect.
I'd have to look up the pronunciation.
Have
Smile.
Smile.
In Russian.
Smile in
Wait,
Russian.
hold on. I know a song
And
that's
Man Bear
smile
Pig.
in Russian.
Man bear
Ula
pig.
Datsa?
It's a bear monkey.
I'll send you the link for Smile. It's by Vitas, who's he's an artist of art. He's the Michelangelo of our time with music.
Can we get
He has
some-
8 octaves, dude. That's true. Vitas, not not a false.
I don't know what you're...
You know that old YouTube, like, it went viral, the music video where the real goofy guys just, like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't want to sing it, but he does the turkey call is what they call it.
I'm not getting what she's...
No.
What is this related to?
Smile in Russian. He has a song. He's Russian. He's a Russian pop
Is it
star,
the
and he
guy
has a
that
song.
goes,
Smile.
La 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 la.
No.
No, not that
Wait.
guy.
That's him.
Yeah.
And then.
I forgot.
There. That's what I was wanting.
I know.
Get a little off track.
But he has
Jesus
a
Christ.
song called Smile. It's pretty good.
I don't believe in your
My
bullshit,
jumpy
Emily.
boy.
I don't believe it at all.
He breathes fire and attacks
I
women.
don't believe
And
it
he
at
can
all.
jump so high, man.
Either it's a real thing and you're just giving it to me very badly, or it was a very, very good one that you made up. I kind of believe bear monkey. I was gonna say,
Yeah, bear monkey.
yeah, bear monkey. Kind of believe bear monkey. Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
He couldn't jump, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
He can jump. Why couldn't he jump?
Was he
He
like
can't
a
jump as high.
was he like a deity or just?
Actually, he was part monkey. He could have.
Not really. Some people would look at him so that got the information, but also other people were opposed to it, obviously, because they're like, "Oh, you're sacrificing your children for this."
Is this like
But there were good outcomes. Like people would become very successful after. Good for them.
culture Japan?
Japan, yeah.
Japan. Is this like dynasty?
Yeah.
That time period.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this man still running around? This guy that's taking eyeballs and
Not
Yabits?
since camera phones have been a thing. That's for sure.
oh God. All right. I don't feel like you're giving me enough information about this guy.
What would you like to know? I didn't look up his fashion line.
What kind of trench
Parka.
coat is he? Yeah.
You said trench coat. I never said trench coat.
No.
But probably a trench coat, though, right? I'm picturing
that sounds
London
good.
fog.
Oh God damn it.
Tis truth or tis a farce?
It's hard to describe more because
Tis a
it's
false.
all inside him.
What's his lungs look like?
Probably lopsided.
Just throw them in there.
Uh,
Magnets.
All right, I'm gonna lock in an answer. Emily, tis a farce. Bailey, tis a farce. And Tana, tis a truth.
No.
Wrong.
Damn it!
Emily's was real.
What?
Yeah.
What? What kind of bullshit?
Yeah,
This is
I
actually-
was like, even I knew she was doing the real one. I was like, she just made this shit up.
I'm gonna read you a quick excerpt from his
Please do.
Wikipedia page.
Please do.
Spring Heel Jack was described by people who have claimed to see him as having a terrifying and frightful appearance with diabolical...
Laughter.
No, I don't know that word. Physiognomy.
Hey, no, you.
Physiognomy.
Clawed hands and eyes that resembled red balls of fire.
Oh, what a good song.
Others say he was tall and thin with the appearance of a gentleman. Several reports mentioned he could breathe out blue and white flames, and that he wore sharp metallic claws at his fingertips. And also, he jumped. He did this. The Wikipedia page doesn't say it like this, but he jumped real high.
I'm so upset right now.
Yeah, right.
Look at him! Look at him!
Oh, what is this? He looks like a. Okay, no, he looks like a Batman villain.
He
I
does.
want to see.
I
Look
think
at
that.
those boots, though.
Well,
Those are
I
nice.
think that might be from a comic. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Well,
It's me, Spring Heel
issue-
Jack.
Issue 2
What a
cover of
gentleman.
1904 Aldine Spring hat.
He's a real gentleman, though. He's not wearing a
Heel
top hat.
Jack Library.
Yeah.
But he has a big old feather coming out of his hat. But basically, everything you can read about him, because I want to do a topic on him at some point, because I think his story is so interesting, because there's, nothing about it, and no one really knows, did someone just have really springy boots or like what's the deal?
You ever tried
But
on
most-
moon boots?
Moon boot.
It could have been moon boots.
Could've
Victorian
been.
era moon boots with a lighter.
With a lighter. But like there's not a lot on him. And I just think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
But most people, the way they describe it is like he jumped real tall, he attacked women, he could breathe fire.
Maybe now I think about it. Maybe we should describe it as the truth has a Wikipedia article.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good way to describe
that's a
it.
good
Yeah.
way to do it.
That was really good.
It was.
That was really
It was
good.
a good show.
In the back of my head, I'm like, it's probably fucking Emily, but it sounds just so ridiculous that I cannot accept this. So
I chose to do the real one because I knew if I had to do a fake one again, it was going to be another big animal. There was no way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right.
That was
Should
fun.
we call it a night?
yeah,
Yeah, we need to go to
Probably
bed
should.
because the Smash Direct is in 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
And
let's
I need
go
to
bed.
sleep at some point.
Uh,
And I also open for the 8th day in a row.
just for our listeners, we all sleep in the same bed.
we do.
Yes.
I do not.
That's how we come up
It's a
with
twin
ideas.
size bed.
Mm-hmm.
These three do. I sleep on the couch.
It's a twin size couch.
Dreaming.
We sleep on the bed, and then Emily sleeps on top of us horizontally.
At the foot of the bed. At the foot of the bed like a dog. That's so rude.
God damn.
I mean, like,
Anyway,
Really?
I'm Tanner I'm still Tanner on Twitter. That's it.
Oh, my mom's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom! And also sorry.
I already texted her and told her.
Yeah, she texted me. She's like, "He's so sweet," and I was like, "I know,
I didn't text her.
I know." I meant to tell you so that you could, but I didn't.
So in this episode, if you can do me a favor, after Emily says "Happy Birthday, Mom," just insert that clip of her saying. What was
Okay,
it?
okay.
Gets me fast and hard.
I am Norm. You can find me on most everything at Unhappy Bananas. Add me. I need the love and attention.
Mostly attention.
Yeah.
Me. I'm Ninja Squirrel everywhere. NJASQRL. Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I think that is the episode's gonna be out by Sunday.
Yeah.
Tweet at me. Come find me at PAX on Sunday. I'll be there.
Very nice.
I'm the special guest, Bailey. You can find me at Basilbub, BAESILBUB, on Twitter, Instagram, and twitch.tv/Basilbub as well. I stream there sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, good night.
He jumps real high, guys.